Gentlemen, let me ask you a question that almost every married man has asked himself at some point. Have you ever walked into a room and felt tension before a single word was spoken? Your wife looks stressed, her tone is sharp, her energy feels heavy, and almost instantly, something switches on inside you. You think, what did I do? How do I fix this? What do I need to say or do right now to make it better? And maybe she says something like, I'm just stressed. I don't need help. Just listen. But the moment you do listen, or the moment you do offer help, she gets more upset, more irritated, more frustrated, sometimes even angry. And later, quietly, maybe even privately, you start believing something dangerous. This must be my responsibility. I'm failing her. I should be doing more. Today, I want to talk to you about why that belief is wrong, why it slowly drains a good man of his strength, and why, even though it may sound counterintuitive, believing it actually harms the marriage instead of helping it. Before we go further, do me a quick favor. Tap like if this feels familiar, subscribe for grounded, respectful conversations like this, and comment below, where are you watching from? I read those, and I appreciate everyone. Now let's slow this down, calmly, respectfully, and clearly. Here's the belief I want to challenge today. It's my job to manage my wife's stress and emotional state. That sounds loving, responsible, even noble, but it's not true. And more importantly, it's not healthy. Let me say this carefully and respectfully. You are responsible for being kind, present, and respectful. You are not responsible for regulating another adult's emotional state. There is a massive difference between support and responsibility. When a man crosses that line, usually with the best intentions, he slowly gives away his power, his steadiness, and his confidence. And most men don't even realize it's happening. I'm Dr. Jocelyn. For the past 5 years, I've worked closely with men and couples who are not cruel, not lazy, not disengaged, but exhausted. Men who are constantly scanning the emotional environment of their home, trying to anticipate moods, smooth tension, and prevent explosions. From a medical and psychological perspective, here's what happens. Biologically, when a man feels responsible for another adult's emotional state, his stress hormones stay elevated, cortisol goes up, testosterone often goes down, his nervous system never fully relaxes. Emotionally, he starts doubting himself. He internalizes blame. He feels like no matter what he does, it's wrong. Practically, he becomes cautious instead of confident, reactive instead of grounded, and over time, resentful instead of connected. None of this makes him a bad husband. It makes him a man who's been taught a lie. So let's talk about what not to believe and why. Number 1, I just need you to fix my stress. This one often sounds subtle. She may not say it directly, but the energy communicates it. Here's the truth. Stress that is self-induced, meaning stress created by internal pressure, expectations, overthinking, or emotional habits, cannot be fixed from the outside. Biologically, stress regulation is an internal skill. Emotionally, it requires self-awareness. Practically, it requires personal responsibility. When you try to fix what she hasn't taken responsibility for, you step into a role that doesn't belong to you. And the irony, the more you try to help, the worse it often gets. Number 2, I want help but rejects every solution. This confuses men deeply. She says she wants help, but every suggestion is met with, that won't work. You don't understand. Why are you making this worse? Here's what's happening. She doesn't want solutions. She wants relief without responsibility. Biologically, staying stressed keeps the nervous system externally focused. Emotionally, it prevents inward reflection. Practically, it gives her something to point at instead of looking at herself. This doesn't mean she's malicious. It means she hasn't learned how to self-regulate yet, and that is not something you can do for her. Number 3, just listen, don't do anything, but you're still punished. This is one of the most painful patterns for good men. You listen, you stay quiet, you don't interrupt. And yet, the tension continues, the irritation remains, you still feel like you're failing. Why? Because even passive presence can feel threatening when someone doesn't want to let go of stress. Biologically, holding stress can feel safer than resolving it. Emotionally, it preserves a sense of control. Practically, it keeps accountability off the table. So no matter what you do, you lose. And that's your cue that the problem is not your effort. Number 4, you're making it worse. This is where many men break internally. They start believing, I mess everything up. I'm bad at emotions, I should stop trying. But listen carefully. If every attempt to support, listen, or help is framed as wrong, the common denominator is not you. It's